The topic today, well, if you look at the thumbnail, you figured it out, right? USPS, UPS, how shipping is changing, how I expect it to change even more. Hello everybody, welcome back to the cabin. Welcome back to Commonwealth. Flipper, thanks for joining us today. Happy to have you. If you're new to the channel, my name is Kevin and we basically talk about, well, we talk about all kinds of stuff actually, but what sold is the topic of the day. And we usually throw in another topic of the day. Today, it's gonna be shipping just a little bit, talking about shipping for just a little bit. And when I talk about shipping, I wanna get your experiences out there as well. A lot of you old timers out there, a lot of you folks that do a ton of business, more business than I do, been doing it a long time. I've been doing it for over 2 decades, but there are people out there that have been doing it for, well, I guess, what, 25? I'm trying to think how long eBay goes back now, 26 years, something like that. Some of y'all been doing it a long, long time out there, 27 years? Somebody tell me in the comments. And I love it when you guys chime in with what's going on with you, what's going on with your stores. It helps out all the newbies. I got a bunch of sales today. Excited about some of them. So excited about so much that's going on around here. That new shed out there will give you a little glimpse. We're probably going to do that a little bit every day moving forward until it's done and the work has begun. I can't wait to show you. Let's take a look. I like to pick up these, I guess they're rain boots. I don't know what you call them. They're lacrosse. I pick them up every once in a while. This one in particular, they wanted 10 bucks. I think I got it for like 7. And they sold for $34.50. See if I can get them out of here. I have to do one at a time. I really need to sell this thing, by the way. This is actually going to be part of the topic today because I had to go back and fix this listing because of the way it used to be listed, because of the changes in shipping. So we'll talk about that a little bit today in about 4 sales from now. And these right here, $34.50 on those plus shipping. Next one's a pretty cool sale, some Vinylmations. People keep asking me when I'm going to put this video out because it's got Dave in it and Carrie in it. And they've already put their videos out. But I work a little differently here. And I also talk a lot at yard sales, so my content lasts longer. That's a kind way of saying I talk to everybody I see. All right, let me find the Vinylmations. I'm going to pull them out and show them to you anyways. Actually, they're over here. I'm going to pull them out and dig through them and show you the ones that sold. These are the 4 going out to Terry. And Terry, I don't know if you're a viewer or not, but a lot of times when people buy multiples, they're viewers. So these are pretty cool. This one is my absolute favorite of the bunch. There's Hickory Dickory Dock. I don't know what that one's from. I don't know what that one's from. I don't know. Is that Pirates of the Caribbean? Anyway, that is Herbie, the love bug. Takes me back to my youth right there when we used to have to rent the VCR to get and the tape. Anyway, those were classic. Plus the, what was it, Sunday night? The Disney Sunday night movie, I guess, with Michael Eisner to come on. So those are cool, going out for like $46 plus shipping on those. Now, that's a nice little lot, right? So we paid $1 a piece for those. So that's a nice little profit right there. And we didn't list them all. We put a ton of them in a giant lot. That actually should be out there on auction right now. You can go check it out. Check the link below in the description. I might put it in the comments as well. So we picked out like 45, 55, something like that. Listed them individually. Have sold 2 nice little lots like this. They were bought individually. Sold off a bunch one at a time, and then that lot. We're going to make pretty good money on this. Maybe $400-ish, something like that. Maybe a little less, maybe a little bit more, depending on how much that auction goes for. And there's 87 in that auction, and there are some sweet ones in there, but not necessarily quick sell-through rate ones, so we decided to do it this way. Got the Montana bin, which, by the way, reminds me, Uncle Mark's garage sale down there September 17th. Go to GarageSaleNation.net, and you can find it on the map, or you can go to Garage Sale Nation Facebook group, and you can find it there. Troy, Mountain Man treasure from Montana is going to be coming, so that's what that reminded me of. Skate Pack Imperial boards, I think that's what this is. I have to look on the name. Yeah, there it is, Imperial Toys. And I bought this in a lot. I can't remember. I think it had a $2 tag on it when I bought it. This has been a long time ago at this point. And I think it sold for $9.50, so it's not a huge profit. But a lot of the other boards that I got in there were pretty good profit. Next item is an item that or a type of item that I just love picking up, even though some of them aren't worth great money, but some of them are worth crazy good money. This just doesn't have to be one of them. You know, a lot of the actual Walkman, which is a brand, you know, which is a name for Sony I think I put Walkman in the title, even though that's not what it is, but you can get away with that sometimes with some brands. Some you can't. And this one right here had nothing with it, but I tested it and it was working. Probably paid 50 cents for it, and it sold for $10. Let me go look. I can't remember. $10 after this went out on a 5% off deal. It was $10.45 plus shipping. So 50 cents into $10.50. You know, I just can't help it. I just can't help it. I just love these things. It reminds me of my childhood. I just pick them up all the time. And sometimes they're home runs, and sometimes they're just, not too bad. The next item is something, let's see if I have one here. You see that one up there? I used to have a bunch. I used to have 2 Mountain Dew bottles. I don't know, they used to get them at fairs and carnivals, those stretch glass, those bottles that they would stretch out, and they'd be gifts and stuff. So they're not exactly fast. I think I've sold like 4, maybe 5 of these so far. And I don't know. I mean, I'm selling for 25 bucks. This is kind of hard. Everything's got a fingerprint, right? They're all the same. These 4 are all the same. That one's not, obviously. But it had, I looked, and it's got a little mark right there. I don't know if you can see that. But I grabbed, or I'm going to grab this one because I think this is the one. I got to match it up. I'd hate to send the wrong one, but it kind of leads into my topic. But before I talk about that, I want to talk about these for a second. I think I was the only one selling these Mountain Dew ones out there. And I used to see these all the time, and I'm like, they're not worth anything. And one time I bought a bunch because they were super cheap. Brought them home, and I'm like, holy moly. I'm like the only one selling them out there. Now, there's plenty of Pepsi Cola ones out there, but I have some double cola ones, and there was none of those at the time. There might be now, or very few. And then Mountain Dew, and I was the only one selling those. So I'm like, And I picked them up. Happy to have figured that out and been selling a bunch of them. So anyway, $25 plus shipping, but that leads to the topic. The topic today, well, if you look at the thumbnail, you figured it out, right? USPS, UPS, how shipping is changing, how I expect it to change even more. I used to almost never ship UPS. I would ship FedEx every now and again, but never UPS. And then it started to creep in and be more competitive, and then eBay changed stuff, and then the post office changed stuff, and FedEx changed stuff, and now it's like my shipping method of choice. I'm absolutely loving it, and I'm actively searching out items 2 different ways that I have listed that are going over that link that is the new surcharge link for USPS. So I don't hear people talk, I mean, people have talked about this, but I think it's important for people that have had stuff in their store a long time. I mentioned this the other day, to go back and start looking. And I've looked up some of my items that are longer, that I have the dimensions in there pretty long, and I'm changing it. I'm removing USPS as an option. You know, I know this is somewhat old news, but it might be something some of you have overlooked. You know, these things right here are over that 22-inch limit, these little science charts. And so I had to go back in and change all those. But every once in a while I look around and I'm like, you know what, I wonder what I did. You know, did I list this thing? Is this thing listed correctly? It's obviously really large. Other items like this, I mean, these things are no-brainers, right? You're going to not list these things through the post office. If you're doing calculated shipping, you're going to list these things through UPS, maybe FedEx. And I used to list some of this stuff, you know, USPS, what do they call it? Retail ground, and on those 2 other different services, and not priority, right? It's obviously not first class because it's not under 13 or 16 ounces. And I had one of these, you know, I had to look because I'm like, some of these are really long. That one's long. That one's really long back there. I had one that was like 19 inches. And 22 inches is when they get you with a surcharge for $4. And then 30 inches, they get you with that $15 surcharge. So anything over 22 inches at this point, I'm not shipping it through USPS. I might even pay more through UPS, because USPS, they just don't want your business for that anymore. And we're going to talk about boxes and these becoming, you know, I know a lot of people are using these, even though they're shipping UPS. And, you know, I hardly ever use these ever for anything anymore, because there's just no point. So I need to come and restock with some of the golf boxes that I get from the golf course, and maybe start buying as well. But this one's not going to be a problem, right? It's going to be 16 inches, and then you should be able to get enough padding on either end of it and get it about 20 inches max. But some of those long ones, you got to really work at getting it, making sure it stays beneath 22 inches. So far I've been grabbing 2 of these right here and frankenboxing them together, and I've had no issue whatsoever, and they've all stayed under 22 inches, and I haven't got that surcharge. But let me ask you a question. So tell me what percentage of your sales, and of course it depends on what you're selling, are now going UPS. So it seems like every single day I have at least one item going UPS. And since I've had that, I'm double checking everything else to make sure, right? Now, these things are kind of long, but they're not going to go over 22 inches. Plus, you can fold it. But I've been looking at every item, tons of items now for going to the West Coast. UPS is the best option, way more often than it used to be, and I'm starting to ship UPS, and I'm checking it before I box it up in a priority box. I'm making sure I have enough boxes that aren't priority mail boxes stuffed in different places that I'm using. I would say UPS used to be less than 5%. Now it's closer to 15% of my sales, depending on how many first-class items I have. But I want to know what you guys are doing out there. Are you double-checking on an item that you almost always would do UPS or USPS? Are you now double-checking to see if UPS is cheaper? Are you going to pirate ship to do it? What are you doing? I'm just loving UPS right now. And if it's even close, I'm going with UPS because I've already got to deliver packages there anyways, drop them off. And so I'm just, or my dad's going to do it for me. Thanks, Pop, by the way. And so since that's the case and I'm already going there anyways, if it's even close in price, I'm just going UPS. I have more confidence in UPS at this point going into the holiday season as well. But I want to know your experience lately below and tell those newbies out there, if they're doing calculated shipping, what type of items they should be going back and look. Obviously, you know, golf clubs are a no-brainer and baseball bats and stuff like that. This clearly is not an item like that. This was a $14 first-class item. Hugo Boss Woman. I think I paid $1 for this at a sale. And, you know, I don't know. Look at that. It's like an Amazon tag or something. Anyway, a little bit of profit in that. Not too much, but that one's going to go out. Super duper cheap. I hear a cat out there, and it's Pepper. I can tell by the scratch, Pepper. I can tell by the scratch. You want a treat? You want a treat? You want a treat? You want to say hi to everybody? Somebody said No Name was their favorite the other day. Are you jealous? You don't care, do you? All our cats are rescue cats, by the way. People ask. All right, I'll get you a treat. I gotta be honest with you, I've always been a dog person, and I really didn't like cats at all. And 2 cats that will remain nameless aren't my favorite now, but there are 2 cats. I love Pepper, and No Name's just the best ever, so I don't know. Maybe I'm getting soft. Grab this one. I can't even remember where I got this, to be honest with you. Disney Junior Vampirina. I don't even know what it sold for. Let me go look. It sold for $12 plus shipping. I don't know. Maybe I didn't pick it up at all. Maybe Blue Ridge Mama did. Kind of cool, though. I'll take it. Probably around an $8 profit. All right, y'all. I got to tell you something. I've spent a little time looking for an item that's sold, and I finally found it. It's this, I don't know, I don't know what it's called. Catzilla, big on cats. Speaking of cats. And a couple of salt and pepper shakers. And I also don't remember how much this sold for. I'm struggling today. $15 plus shipping. It was a Goodwill buy, and Blue Ridge Mama bought it. But I don't know what she paid for it, so I can't tell you the profit. But I can guess that this was like $1.99, so that'll give you an idea. I've had a lot of people always say, you know, what's your SKU system? How do you find items? And I always say, I just find them, right? I know where they're at because I put similar items in similar places. And salt and pepper shakers for me, usually I put over here. You'll see a few I have here, sometimes over there. But it wasn't here, so I started digging in the boxes back there and looking. I'm like, where the heck is this thing? And then it dawned on me that it was actually up there. And so occasionally things up there will get me. And then Ginger Marvin will send me a message and say, see, I told you so, and sick her banker box mafia on me. But I think I do pretty good. Look, we went all that way with no viewer sales for all the people out there that say it's not fair to get a viewer sale. Well, sorry. What do you want me to do? ET pin. This one went to a viewer. Joshua, I think it is. Pepper, what are you doing, girl? Huh? You gonna let me do this? And then the ET and drag pin, $16 on those 2 plus shipping. And I'm gonna read that message. Josh says, hey Kevin, love your videos and the things I've learned from you have been so valuable in my reselling business. Number 1 on the list, don't sell Tupperware. Number 2 on the list, don't sell ashtrays. There you go. that's the extent of my knowledge. Keep up the good work, and don't let Dave and Carrie push you around on the Trash to Cash podcast. Best regards, Josh. So, Josh, here's what's interesting about that podcast is most people who go over there and listen, which you shouldn't, because it's a disaster. They enjoy it, but it takes them like 3 episodes to enjoy it. But I like the fact that so many people that enjoy this show come over there and watch, and they just always have my back. So it's Dave and Carrie versus me and, like, you know, thousands of other people. So it's pretty cool. Thanks so much. I hope you enjoy the pins. People always ask how we ship those pins. There's actually 2 ways we ship these pins, and I'm leaning towards the second way. It's a little cheaper. So you got the box way, right? Because these little pins sometimes can be a little fragile, and you don't want to get that thing bent and messed up. So I just put it in a box, you know, and eat the little cost for the box, because we're making a little bit of money, but we've got such multi-quantities, shout out to Ivan, that these things are awesome, by the way. I just love selling these, and they're just cool. I mean, how cool is that? Reagan even has one on her backpack. So anyways, that's the way we're doing it. Now, the other way we're doing it is we're taking a little bit of bubble wrap from back here, just 1 piece of bubble wrap, maybe even cutting it in half, and wrapping it around to give it some extra bubble. That's American Bubble Boy, by the way. Thank y'all for being so supportive and using those links. You guys are awesome. If you didn't catch Joel on the podcast the other day, we had a good time, actually. If you ever hear Joel's name and you want to meet him, go to the last podcast. You can check it out. And we'll wrap it in bubble wrap, and then we'll throw it in one of these. And it's fine. There's no problems at all. So that's probably the easiest, fastest way to do it. There's also a craft mailer that we put in, because these, you know, are free, but they're really kind of expensive. And that's how we've been doing it. We haven't had any complaints. Let me know if you bought one and if you had any trouble with it. So thank you so much. Oh, that reminds me, going to give a thank you, speaking of shipping, to Earl and to Gregory for buying plans for the Commonwealth Picker shipping table over on CommonwealthPicker.com. All right, y'all, Turner is really interested in this bottle right here. He thinks it's kind of cool. You like that?
Yeah.
All right, but that's what you sold right there. What's that thing?
It's, who's his name?
Who's his name? I don't know. What's
Scooby-Doo.
Scooby-Doo. Scooby-Doo-Doo. I love you. And Scooby's a funny guy, huh? Mm-hmm. Anyway, that one sold, let's see, I bought that at the Escape from the Interstate sale, and I paid $2, I think, and there were 2 of them. I think that's right. That's why I bought them, because there was 2. And because they don't sell for much. It sold for $14 plus shipping. So fees, how much it costs, you probably make $8, $9 on that thing. That's not too bad. Definitely enough for you to do what?
Save $1, spend $1, and donate $1.
And you know what? What were you going to say? You were going to say something. What were you going to say?
Was?
I don't know. It seemed like you were.
I wasn't.
No? Oh, weren't you going to say, what about the gift? You told me somebody gave me a gift. Isn't that what you were going to say?
No.
Yes, it was.
No, it wasn't.
All right, let's go over here. Actually, you know what? We might put the gift at the end of the video. All right, it took a while to dig it out of the Yukon bin, so I'll just show it to you. It's the Gertie earrings. Seems like we sell 1 or 2 ET items every single day, which is really cool. You know, they're not high profit, but whenever you can find multi-quantity, tell me out there. Give me your most recent multi-quantity buy out there. I hear Turner. I better get going. I don't know what he's calling for. $6.65 plus shipping, because those went out with a 5% offer. The next item is another item that's selling every single day, but these are going to be gone because the quantities are pretty low. My guess is at this rate, within the month, there'll be no more of these coins out there. This is the Apollo 14 coin. And, whoop, you know what? This makes me think I might have messed up the other day with that Apollo 10. I feel like I might have pulled it out of the wrong drawer. Anyway, 2 of these went to viewers, 2 of the 3, which makes me think they're going to go quick because viewers are snatching these up along with these. So anyway, we really do appreciate that very, very much. That's the Apollo 14 one right there. That is 1972, December 7th. See, there you go. I said that for Apollo 10 the other day in a video. I'm sure y'all corrected me. Which means I'll probably have a return coming, unless I figured it out first. I can't remember. One of those went to Derek. Derek says that they are newer viewers. So Derek and whoever's out there, thank you for subscribing and watching the channel. I appreciate it. And I promise I won't go back and talk about history every time we sell one of these coins. We're down to 27 left. So and we're selling a couple a day. So my guess is they won't be around too much longer. This one is headed out to Sandy. Finally saw a video where you sell 5 of the Kennedys, where you sold 5 of the Kennedy space medals, which reminded me to buy one. I just received the White Wolf plush. It is perfect, except every time my German Shepherd Remington sees it, he growls. So cute, he growls at my Garfield as well. So thank you. Thanks for the shared tips and input about possible recession type selling. You are what others call an influencer. I think for me anyway, seeing you interact and work with your family is the best part. So influencer, you know, the infamous influencer. I touched on this the other day. The reality is I wouldn't be here in my shed doing this. I'd still be teaching. My life completely changed because of you guys out there, and I really, really will appreciate it forever. Sold another Disney Vinylmation. This one is, I think there was 2 of these. Sold a viewer $7.99 plus shipping. Paige is the name. Mickey-27 is the eBay store. MCKY-27. It's going to take me a minute to dig it out. The Art of Disney Theme Parks, and Paige, thank you for the message. Let me get this undone here in my Wisconsin bin. See if I can find the right one. And 3 surgeries. Had to learn how to re-walk every single time, too. I think that's the one right there. Pretty cool. The art, look at that. Can you all see that? Doesn't focus really well. But that one's really cool. The film strips, the pencils. I really like that one. So, at any rate, thank you for your story. She wants to support herself without having to depend on others. So, really, really cool. And we talk about that all the time. That's why I sell all kinds of different stuff, because people are in different situations. And it's really, really cool to see people out there, you know, even making an extra $100 a month or $200 a month. You know, some people just gives them something to do, gives them some purpose. And we appreciate you, Paige, and I hope you enjoy that. All right, Reagan's in here, but I got one more thing I got to pull. Got this Tweety Statue of Liberty. I think this is going out to a viewer because there's 4 different sales. Can't guarantee it, but Kyle, I'm going to guess that you are. I didn't see a message, but thank you so much. What else did I get here? Oh, I pulled this earlier, the Honolulu hat. Now Blue Ridge Mama's in here. And I'm going to pull 2 more really quick. If I can find them, might have to turn off the camera to find them. Plush is getting overflowed ever since we listed these. Blue Ridge Mama listed these pound puppies. They take up a lot of space. And Nick, I dug these out of the bottom down here. And these are the last 2 of your lot of 4. You like some Warner Brothers stuff there in Hawaii. There you go. Daffy Duck, Petunia Pig, and all of that. $39.90 plus shipping. Hi, Reagan. What did people buy out of the CommonwealthPicker.com store?
Mary got a yellow and gray shirt. Crystal got a gray shirt, and she's Wayward _finds _2011. And Susan got a gray shirt.
Awesome. Thank you, baby.
Bye, and don't forget to get your stickers at CommonwealthPicker.com.
I was at a sale, and I bought some Mary Kay nail polish. Long-wearing nail enamel. And my wife's like, this wasn't a really good buy. I'm like, let's hope that a couple of them sell together. And then it turns a bad buy into a good one because of multi-quantity, and that's exactly what happened here. $10 plus shipping. I paid like a little less than $1 a piece for these, which is not great, considering they're selling for like $4.99. But you put them together and sell them at once, you know, plus shipping, you're doing okay. So this was called Sunny Coral. I'll take it. This one's going, I don't know if this is a viewer or not. 2 items together a lot of times are, I think Miriam, I think is the name. And Olivia, which was my grandmother. She's deceased, not Mumsy, not that one. She died way back, oh geez, I don't even remember the date. At least she got to see the Angels win a World Series before she passed, so we miss you. At any rate, this one we bought at the highway, what the heck, all these sales, all the numbers. Is it the 301 in North Carolina? I gotta go check Garage Sale Nation to see. I did a review on Garage Sale Nation, the YouTube channel of that one. So I gotta go back. I think it's the 301 sale. And this one right here as well. This is Molly, an American Girl ornament. Boy, y'all, Christmas is coming. The Q4 motivational speeches are coming. Get your number 7 boxes. $40, I think, plus shipping for these 2. That's totally not right. $34 plus shipping. I put the NWO stickers in here because we've been replenished. So if you remember where I bought those from last year, great video. If I can remember, I can put it up right here. If I can remember the title of it. And I met a gentleman there, and we have stayed in touch. And I'll try to put up his Instagram here. And I bought a bunch of stuff. I paid up for it this year at the 127 and said, hey, you got any more of these? And so paying up and treating people right can oftentimes pay up. So these were almost gone, and I have been thoroughly replenished, and we'll be selling these for a long time and making some pretty good money on it, you know. Viewers buy these a lot as well. I'd say over 50% of them are going to viewers, probably well over, probably 60 to 70%. So this one went to Kayla and Bill, I think is the name. Me and my wife are big fans of both your channels. We watch every time you upload a video, so thank you. Keep on picking. Bill and Kayla from Ohio, so I hope you enjoy the decals. All right, a few things. I want to show you a few things that some people have sent me, and then some FlipCon stuff. By the way, I never thanked Caleb, Phoenix Resale, and Josh, Harry Tornado, and Haley Tornado, Haley Farnell, for being gracious hosts down there. We had a very good time, so thank you. And a bunch of people gave us stuff, and I just thought maybe I'd throw in one or two here or there throughout the coming videos. Some things I hate to say I've lost, like who gave it to me and whatever, so my apologies, but there's so much stuff, and I won't even get to all of it. But thank y'all for all that you do for us. I say it all the time, but I mean it. Sorry if you get tired of hearing it. I'm just going to keep saying it. And speaking of, I mentioned this last episode, we're going to have some sponsored videos on the Picker channel. One a month for the next 4 months. They're already lined up. And that is going a long way towards funding that shed. And we are doing it up right. I hope you guys enjoy it out there through the process. And then once we're out there filming, I'm excited. But it was very expensive. Your support, your help, even this ad money coming in for these one videos over the next 4 months is huge. And, you know, I know some people don't like to see those. You know, we'll put 2-3 minutes in the middle of a picker video. But thank you to those of you who do watch it and do support us. Whenever you see those, come back to this channel. We're going to do a giveaway. We've been taking portions of the money that come to us and doing good things with it. What I think are good things with it, I guess. And we're taking some of that money and putting it back into the meetups. Uncle Mark's garage sale, we're paying for 50 people to eat. Those are long since sold out, by the way, but everybody else is welcome. Garage Sale Nation Facebook group, just as a thank you. And we're going to be doing giveaways one a month for the next 4 months as we enter the holiday season. And I'm not quite sure what we're going to give away, but we'll give away some decent stuff. As a thank you to y'all. So anyway, I could talk about that forever, but you don't want to hear about that every single day, so I'll try to keep it toned down, but I do want to thank y'all. All right, here's a gift that I got, and this is the one I was talking about. I could not find the card, and so I really, really apologize. I can see your face, and I cannot remember your name. Tell me in the comments if you gave me that, and I'll thank you down there. Check that out. That's a sweet shirt. Got this hat right here, the Bearded Finds. Thank you for that. I don't have the shoe trees in here, but Dealing with Dalton gave me some shoe trees. Thank you for that. I really appreciate that. And I was on your show. I don't know if you've reposted it or not yet, but check this out, y'all. FlipCon and Chris at Flip the World Texas and Dealing with Dalton, they coaxed me into doing this hot sauce challenge. And then they put the sticker on it with their names, and they both signed it and gave it to me. This is the bomb. Ground Zero hot sauce. Dave will probably tease me saying that in the next episode of Trash to Cash. So that is really, really cool. Thank y'all for giving that to me after doing that whole show with so many people. So I have some ideas what we're going to do with this thing in the coming months. So we really appreciate that. And I thank both of you. Here's 3 more things really quick. Of course, Ever Leslie Bookkeeping. If you ever need a bookkeeper, contact me. I'll point you her direction. Maybe she'll cut my bill down. She's pricey, you know. I'm kidding. So the Happy Picker and the Grumpy Picker, you guys were awesome. And I can't remember your name, but somebody asked me to do a little advertising for this for you. Text later, live longer. And so there you go. I don't know where that, but if you're in the comments, you can tell people where to find that. All right, Blue Ridge Mama's already out there shipping. I'm going to end the show in here and just give a big thank you again to everybody, and I can't wait to see you next time. All right, Turner's going to come and open this up, hopefully without getting all that popcorn all over the place. And while you're digging in there, I just want to, this is a great message, by the way, Judy. Thank you so much. That's Judy's store right there. A really awesome message. Born and raised in California, Simi Valley. And, you know, we won't mention the Dodgers, but thank you for that story. I really appreciate it. And let's see what thing I got here. Go ahead and pull that out. It's still got a Goodwill sticker on it. You can.
There.
I bet you can. Look at that.
Whoa, what is it?
You show them here. Look, it is a candy jar with a big A on it. The big A. You've never been to the big A, have you? The stadium? No. Nope. Actually, you did. You just didn't know it. We drove through the parking lot when you were a little kid. Look at that. Oh, I remember seeing that big A driving down. That was so awesome. Anyway, that is really, really cool.
Whoa.
Yeah, look at that. I love it. Angels. And the Angels beat the Yankees, didn't they? That's right, but we can't brag about it because they're so bad. Anyway, will you say thank you to Judy?
Thank you, Judy.
We appreciate it.
Bye.